What the heck do you do if you want to rename 100 files? Now I will not pretend that Windows doesn't have this feature where you can select like a multiple files, then you can just rename it and it will automatically like add numbers and stuff, but it will not give you that much customizability. So hi, how to rename a million files or a lot of files very quickly, and you can get all the customization you need. So let's get started. The website that you're seeing right here is called a bulk rename utilities. In here you can read how everything works. You get a lot out of this software. So installing it is really easy. It's like dead simple. You just hit free download, just install it, and so this is what you will be greeted with when you open up the software. Don't get scared with all the options here. We will go over them and how you can customize the renaming process to your need. As you can see, I have a bunch of random files here, and just a note that if you want to rename a folder, or by folder I mean everything in a folder, you do have to navigate it through here, and then after you get into that folder, it will show you all the files you have. Now these are some random files that I just created for this video, and there are like 5,000 files. So I picked random file lengths just to show you that it doesn't have to be the same file length and how you can actually get past it. The first thing that you will see right here is called match and replace. This is your standard renaming feature where you can just type something. Let's say yeah, these are really hard names, so let's say AA. And now if I just want to replace it with, and then you can see that this is the only file that got replaced. So it matched this name and then replaced it with whatever I type. And if I just hit rename, and it will show me a message that one file or folder is about to be renamed. Hit OK, then this will be renamed. And you can see only this file is renamed. These are standard stuff, so you don't need to worry about this. My most favorite way to rename something is by just select everything. To select everything, you just hit Ctrl A. So this will select every single file. Now if you have files that have different length, I would recommend going to remove and hit increasing the last end. It's kind of like it goes from the end, so it's much more safer that way. But since you can do either one of these, it's fine. So we'll just do 20, and everything, as you can see we just have these extensions. Now we can now start customizing it. So let's say now after we have done removing, we will now add something. So you can have prefix or insert. The prefix will add something to the beginning, insert will add something at the end. So let's say we want to add something to the prefix, and if you want to insert something, you can just type it here. So for insert, if you just type in something here and then add position, it will insert it in that exact position. So you can see that our number is moving along. So for 0, it's just there, and -1 will get it in the last. So insert basically just adds it to a specific position. Now that we have this is renamed, so we renamed the file. Now we need some numbering, because this is a very odd thing to do where you have everything the same name. You would want something to differentiate between what the heck these are. So now you can add auto dates. So if you do mode and if you type prefix, it will actually add the date. Now you can see it's really like jammed in together. So if you want everything, so DMY is basically day, month and year, and if you want time as well, so that you can also get it, and you can even have separators. So if I do dash, this will separate the time from everything, and if I do segment, this will separate the time itself. So let's just again, if you add space here, it will also add space here. Now we have dates. Let's say we want our time as well, so when we created it, and now never mind. So we have our date, and you can see that it's all the same, so it's still a bit confusing. If you have like files that have been created a while up and down, then you can a while up and down. You can have dates as your option. So you can do this however you want to, like customize it. You can do creation new, you can do modify, so when it was last modified, however you want to configure it. You can even put it in the suffix, so you can put it at the end. So we'll just put it in prefix. Now this is the interesting part. So let's say we are gonna put this in the end, and we can also put it in the prefix and the suffix. You can also insert it in a certain position, but we don't want this. We just want it to be a suffix, so at the end of the file. And now you can see that it has a number, in the end. Now here's a weird thing, that is the numbers are not consistent, so we need to add some padding to them. So just to make things look more consistent, so we see 0 is like really added up, and then you get double digit and triple digit. You can even customize what base they will be. You can even have it hexadecimal, so A, B, C, D. So if you are working with something that requires that, you can have it. You can have a lot of bases, so you can even have Roman numerals. So you can really play around with this and see how everything works. You can have binary, so just go with we'll go with the base 10. You can have case, uppercase, lowercase. So if you're using ABCDs as your pointer, then we have starting position. So we are starting at 1. You can start at 0 if you want. We can start at 100. So whatever floats your. Start at 1. You can have increments. So however you want to increment pi. So if you have 2, it will increment by 2. So if you want to have odd numbers or even numbers, you can increment it by 2. Then you can even have separators. So I'll just add a space just to make things look clean. And then here's the thing, so we wanted to add padding, right? You can see that it says pad, and I told you it has 5,000 files. So let me just show you. If you go to the end, you can see it is exactly 5,000 files, but since that is a 4-digit number and we have 1 and 2 digits, it looks kind of weird. So if you just add a padding to it, 2, you can see now this has become 0 and 1. If you add 3, it has padded 3 times, and if you add 4, you can see there are 4 numbers before 1, sorry, 3 zeros before 1. So now if I go below, you can see everything is consistent. So it looks much cleaner. You can have breaks and stuff. You can have case sensitive. It is a lot to take in, but these should be the basic things that you need to rename files and really get into it. And if you want to learn more, I will have their website linked down below, and you can check them out. So now if I just hit rename, you can see it is 5,000 files and or folders are about to be processed. So this is telling us to double check everything. So if we do OK, you can see everything has been renamed. So that is basically how you rename files, bulk rename a lot of things in a really short time. So if you found this video helpful, or if this helped you in some way, please leave a like and leave a comment down below. How do you use this? And also like, comment and subscribe. And also subscribe to the channel. It really helps out a lot.